What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Better Baseball. As usual, I'm Patrick Hennessy. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday early afternoon. Bro, I still never know what to say, but it's noon. Hope everyone's doing well. We're fresh off Team USA's loss to Japan in the World Baseball Classic Final. First off, let me start off by saying this. I don't want to hear any sort of, oh, Pat, you're a super jinx, and don't care. I'm not a super jinx. I was pulling for USA, bro, as we all should be, as true Americans. They just couldn't get the job done. They didn't have just that final oomph to get past Japanese pitching. Shohei Ohtani pitched like an absolute stud. Just great tournament from him all around. We'll break it down. We also have some other stuff to talk about today. Apparently, MLB's tweaking the rule changes even further. And then we'll kind of wrap things up by doing our, usual standing predictions. We already hit the first 4 divisions. Now we only have 2 left, which is kind of crazy because opening day's next week. But we have the NL Central today, NL West on Friday, and that's that, bro. That's all we got for standing predictions, so we're getting close. Like I said, hope everyone's doing well, bro. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching this on replay. But I think it's kind of important to go over the first topic, and that is Team Japan won the World Baseball Classic. Bro, it's not the result that I wanted. It's not the result that I expected. If you guys saw my post on Better Baseball yesterday, you saw I was predicting an absolute demolition of Team Japan. It didn't happen. Bro, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's actually, I like that. I don't use that as often as I should. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But that's just what happened, bro. Team USA gave it their all. The offense just couldn't really touch the Japanese pitching that they haven't really seen before. The first few pitchers in the game, I'll pull up the box score here, at least for the Japanese pitching. Here we go. So basically, they were supposed to start Yu Darvish. They didn't, just for the sole purpose, which it was pretty smart on their end, to kind of throw some arms out there that the USA hitters don't have experience facing. And we saw, they made a smart move because Yu Darvish kind of got rocked when he came in. But you had Imanaga, he started the game. He went 2, 4 hits, 1 earned, 2 strikeouts. He pitched pretty well. Then you had Togo. He came in for 2 clean innings. Then you had Takahashi, Ito, Ota. And then to kind of cap things off, they brought in Yu Darvish in the 8th inning. He gave up that bomb to Kyle Schwarber. And then you had Shohei Ohtani close things out in an absolutely electric 9th inning. Bro, no matter who you were rooting for in the 9th inning of that game, I don't think anybody could kind of counter the fact that it was absolutely electric. Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout might be it. That might go down as one of the greatest moments in sports history. And that's not even an exaggeration. This was one of the all-time moments, seeing 2 of the greatest players of all time face each other toe-to-toe, who are not only teammates, but also pretty good friends. Bro, this was an absolutely electric moment. Also, it was the first time in World Baseball Classic history that 2 MVPs faced each other. Bro, I loved every second of it. Unfortunately for Team USA, Mike Trout kind of came up on the losing end of that battle. But, yeah, bro, absolutely electric. I think that this goes to show why baseball is just such an amazing sport. And the World Baseball Classic is such an amazing event. Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, toe-to-toe on the biggest stage in baseball. And I know people are going to be like, oh, Pat, but the World Series is bigger. On a global stage and viewership-wise, the World Baseball Classic is a bigger global event than the World Series. And that's just a fact. So to see just Ohtani versus Trout, it made my heart warm. It made my heart sad seeing Trout strike out. But also at the same time, bro, it was electric. That's the only word I could use to describe it. It was electric. I'm trying to think of other adjectives, but I can't really think of any that come to mind. But it was awesome. Loved every moment of it. Unfortunately, yeah, Ohtani had a nice little celebration afterwards. Well deserved. He had an awesome World Baseball Classic, and clearly he loves his country of Japan. He said he plans on playing again in 2026. Who knows what team he's even going to be playing on at that point? He's going to be a free agent at the end of this season? Bro, is Ohtani a free agent at the end of this season? When is Shohei Ohtani a free agent? Yeah, Shohei Ohtani's a free agent at the end of this season. So, if you want Shohei Ohtani to be on your team, start making your pitches. That's all I'm going to say. But one thing I did find pretty crazy about just Shohei Ohtani in general. And I know a lot of people are kind of getting tired of just the Shohei Ohtani show. The Shohei Ohtani show? Okay, no, whatever. And I'm not going to lie, I was kind of getting tired of it too during the broadcast last night, kind of just like total nonstop Ohtani. But I will say it's kind of insane seeing a baseball player who had an exit velocity on one of his hits at 114 miles an hour, threw a ball 102 miles an hour, and had a sprint speed to first base of like 4.6 seconds or something. What we're seeing from Shohei Ohtani is not real. He's a superhero. And I think I'm just not appreciating it because I'm not an Angels fan. But just as a fan of the game of baseball, I think we all need to just take a step back and kind of realize what we're witnessing in Shohei Ohtani. Because it's something we've never seen before. And to be honest, I don't want to say it's something that we might not see again because I think the era of Ohtani will usher in more players that are two-way and can do just about everything on the baseball field. But what we're seeing from him is one of a kind. And I think it's time that we kind of start taking a step back and really just appreciating what we're witnessing here. Because, bro, it's unreal. It's unreal. And I think we're kind of slowly becoming normalized to it. But people who are kind of casually coming in from other sports, I think that they're really getting hit hard by, this is like if Tom Brady was an elite quarterback and an elite cornerback at the same time, bro. He just made a game-saving interception and then threw the game-winning touchdown pass in the same quarter. It's something you don't see in any other sport. So that's all I'm going to say about the Ohtani front. But going back to the box score real quick, we'll kind of shift over to Team USA because I don't want to say pitching was the reason they couldn't get the job done because, the pitching was pretty decent last night. It was really the offense. But Merrill Kelly started the game. He obviously didn't last too long. An inning and a third, 2 earned runs. He got himself into deep trouble in the second. That's when Aaron Loup came in. Bro, Aaron Loup saved the day. Shout out to him. Then Kyle Freeland pitched the bulk of the game, 3 innings, 1 earned. And then the bullpen was pretty locked down for the last 3. Jason Adam, David Bednar, and then Devin Williams combined for 3 scoreless and too little too late, I guess, because the offense just really couldn't do anything. But I will say once again, Trey freaking Turner. Like, when Turner hit that home run in the top of the second, I thought it was like destiny at this point. I was like, I'm buying a Trey Turner Team USA jersey, which I might do anyway, to be honest. Why not buy a Trey Turner Team USA jersey? Those navy blue ones are sexy as hell. So are the white ones. Not a huge fan of the grays. Not a huge fan of gray uniforms in general. However, I will be buying one of the navies. Just saying. But, yeah, bro, Trey Turner, absolute World Baseball Classic legend. I think he led the event in home runs. Shout out to him. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he could do with the Phillies this year. It's going to be sick. But yeah, bro, they just couldn't get it done. And also, one guy I will like to mention in the lineup too, Kyle Schwarber. I saw a stat on Twitter. Kyle Schwarber has now hit a home run in the American League Wildcard Game, National League Wildcard Game, the ALDS, NLDS, ALCS, NLCS, and the World Series. And now the World Baseball Classic Final. Bro, if he's not the definition of clutch, I don't know what is. Like, you know how I don't think it was last episode, a couple episodes ago, we were talking about how George Springer is the definition of injury prone. Kyle Schwarber's the definition of clutch. Like, what's that? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? Who are you going to call? We need a big home run, a big moment. Kyle freaking Schwarber. That's what I'm calling on speed dial. Just saying. But, yeah, overall, I think kind of just putting the World Baseball Classic into a bubble, I think it was an amazing event. And I think it was the best World Baseball Classic of all time. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it seems like this year the event kind of just took a step up in terms of global presence, national presence, importance. I feel like the 2023 World Baseball Classic was levels above the 2017 one, just in terms of coverage and just the event as a whole. I think everyone did a great job all around. So, round of applause to everybody. But yeah, dude, it was great. I'm looking forward to 2026. Hopefully, Team USA kind of comes back with a vengeance. We have to wait 3 years, but they will. Mike Trout said, we will be back, so they will be back. He also said Ohtani took round 1, which is kind of cool. I'm looking forward to seeing round 2. But hopefully Team USA comes back in 2026 with some good pitching, bro. I think that's really the only thing that they were lacking. I mean, obviously their offense was one of the greatest of all time, but who knows? Let's say they had a Max Scherzer or a Justin Verlander or a Garrett Cole, a Jacob deGrom, who probably will never play because of injury problems. But you guys catch my drift. They could have gone 7 scoreless, and Team USA could have won this game 2-0. That's all I'm saying. I would like to see a couple more star pitchers play for Team USA in 2026, and I think after seeing the success of this event this year, I can't see why they wouldn't. I mean, obviously you had that gruesome injury to Edwin Diaz, where, I mean, maybe it'll prevent players from playing. I don't know. Who knows? All I do know is that I'm looking forward to the next event in 2026, and I think this one as a whole, resounding, complete success. If anybody would like to argue that, let me know. Jose says if Aaron Judge was in USA's team, we would have won. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you could say the same about like Bryce Harper, right? Like, oh, Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper in that lineup, they win. I don't know, because Team USA had a really good lineup. I know like Cedric Mullins went 0 for 4 in left field, but I'm not putting any blame on him. Dude, who's putting blame on Cedric Mullins? To be honest, though, I probably would have started Kyle Tucker over Cedric Mullins, but I'm not the manager. Also, I guess another note on the World Baseball Classic, Mark DeRosa's a really good manager. Like, I know he's only managed, 6 career games at this point in the WBC, but he's shown situational awareness more than some managers in Major League Baseball. I mean, you see his pull of Merrill Kelly in the second inning in the final. That's something that a lot of Major League managers wouldn't even do. Let's just be real. Like, they're riding with their starter until he completely implodes. Aaron Boone. But yeah, I mean, Mark DeRosa, I'm really looking forward to seeing what team he eventually finds a managerial position with, because I think he proved over the course of the World Baseball Classic he can manage big games, and also I think with a lot more experience, I think he's going to be a really good manager. He handles the media very well. He seems like he's a very player-oriented manager. He has control of a clubhouse. It's not the easiest thing to do to take a clubhouse full of absolute all-stars and legends and have them go to the World Baseball Classic final. So, shout out to Mark DeRosa, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what's next for him in his managerial career. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the World Baseball Classic. But THG says Pat is by far the worst jinxer ever. Okay, I'd like to clarify this once again too. Jinxes are not real. I said this from the jump. Jinxes aren't real. Anybody who's looking at me and being like, oh, Pat, you jinxed Team USA. Okay, just because I said I wanted Shohei Ohtani to walk off the mound in the ninth inning in absolute tears doesn't mean I jinxed anything. He did walk off in tears. Happy tears. I didn't say whether they were going to be happy or sad ones. It's not my fault. Like, if anybody's blaming me for Team USA's loss, look the other direction, bro, because it's just you're a fraud. I'm not the fraud. You're a fraud. You're a jinx. I'm not. Okay, moving on. Topic number 2 here. Apparently there's new rule changes that are going to be coming pretty soon. I was reading this article in USA Today a little bit earlier today. You get it? Get it? Didn't you say 5 runs as well in that tweet? Okay, I don't want to talk about it, okay? Don't want to talk about it. Topic's over. Going on to here. Let's see. So the quote is from Rob Manfred. We had a series of clarifications that we're going to announce shortly. He said things that have come out of player input conversations that have taken place. We have another set of issues that we want to see some regular season games before we make a decision on them. So apparently, with all the rule changes that we talked about, the pitch clock, the batter clock, I don't see bigger bases going anywhere, but there's plenty of new rule changes coming to Major League Baseball this season. But now Rob Manfred is saying that apparently we're going to see some adjustments to them just a week before opening day. Dude, I don't know when they're going to announce them. I saw somewhere that, like, apparently the rule changes were going to be announced some point today on Wednesday. Maybe sometime soon we'll find out. But as of right now, one thing that I will be completely down for is keeping the pitch clock, but extending the time that you're allotted. So right now, I believe it's 20 seconds if there's no one on base. So it's 15 seconds with no one on base, 20 seconds with runners on base. I'd like to see that be raised. Give pitchers 25 seconds with no one on base and 30 seconds with runners on base. I think that would be a perfect world. I think that it wouldn't really cause pitchers to rush their mechanics too much. I think that it would just prevent guys from taking way too much time, which I think would be a good thing. But right now I think it's just way too quick, bro. 15 seconds as the way to start it isn't the way to go. So I think if you want to start it with 30, No, if you want to start it with 25 with no one on base and 30 with runners on base, I think it gives pitchers time to adjust. And then in the future, if you kind of see this is working out well, then maybe you shorten the time a little bit. But I think a great adjustment to be made would be that. I think that's probably the route they're going to go. We'll see. But yeah, overall, I mean, I can't really be too upset with like new rule changes. I mean, we've already seen plenty. One thing I will be happy with is if they get rid of the runner on second for extra innings. I don't really see that happening, but it's possible, right? It's not possible. They're never getting rid of that. I think I've kind of just have to come to terms with the fact that the runner on second base is here to stay. They're not changing that. But it's the stupidest thing of all time. Who wants to... Okay, now I'm getting myself worked up. I'm going to try not to. But whoever invented this runner on second base rule to start extra innings is stupid. Like, they don't belong in the baseball world. You deserve to be banished from just the existence of planet Earth. Because who actually wants to sit here and be like, oh, I want extra innings to go by quicker? Bro, if a game gets to extra innings, I'm sitting back eating my popcorn and enjoying every second of it. I don't want to see a runner on second base. It's not fun. It's not... I sound like a boomer now. Dude, I need water. I'm upset, dude. But you guys catch my drift. Like, it's kind of nonsensical, but it doesn't seem like it's ever going away. So I'm just going to sit back and deal with it. But let's get into topic number 3 here. And this is our... Why is IKF on the screen, bro? All right. Whatever. Getting into topic number 3 here. It is the NL Central Power Rankings. This is the second to last one we're going to be doing. And, bro, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of getting sad about it. Because the NL Central is not too much of a fun division. But we'll make fun at these power rankings, bro. We always make them fun. We had our most fun one with the last one with the NL East. But, bro, there's a couple fun teams in the NL Central that we kind of keep tabs on. So, I kind of say we start things off like we usually do, going over the playoff odds and also the predicted run totals as predicted by Fangraphs. Shout out to Fangraphs. So, in first place, we got, well, let's do last first, actually. Last place, we got the Reds, 68 wins. They have actually a 0% chance of winning the World Series, which is kind of insane. Bro, if I'm the Reds, I'm like stapling that to my locker and being like, yo, we have 0% chance of winning the World Series. Let's make that 0.1. Then you got the Pirates in fourth, 73 wins. Cubs at 76 with a 0.2% chance of winning the World Series. I'll break down the Cubs a little bit more like once we get to them. I think that this is the easiest pick of all time. Like, bro, I'm slamming the over on 76 wins for the Cubs. If that's the line, I'm slamming it. Just saying. In second place, they have the Brewers with 86 wins, which I think is really high. I think I'm slamming the under on that one. And then in first place, they have the Cardinals, who kind of seem like the outlier of the division. I don't think it's going to be this close with the Brewers. But the Cardinals seem like the best team in this division by far. They have a 72% chance of making the playoffs, and they have them at 88 wins. So we'll see. But I think, yeah, bro, I mean, I really want to talk about the Cubs. I think they're really my team to watch in this division this year. So that's going to be really interesting. But obviously in last place, I have the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, bro, it's kind of a toss-up here between the Reds and Pirates. Like, pick your poison in terms of which one is a worse team. Bro, neither one is good. Sorry, not sorry. The Reds do nothing to kind of, like, tickle my pickle here. I'll pull up their depth chart. You got Tyler Stevenson, Joey Votto, Jonathan India, Kevin Newman. I'm not really too sure who Steer is. Not really too sure who Friedel is. Nick Senzel, Will Myers. Dude, it's not a good lineup. It's really not. And then their rotation isn't great either. Whoever the hell Lodolo is, Hunter Green, Ashcraft. I think that's Luke Weaver, Luis Sessa. I mean, dude. They have Alexis Diaz in their bullpen. He's probably going to be a trade piece by the deadline anyway, just to be honest. But the Reds aren't good. Okay, I'm not going to waste too much more time talking about the Cincinnati Reds. In fourth place, I have the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're kind of in the same place as the Cincinnati Reds. They don't have anything going for them, okay? They have a few prospects. They have a few, like, good young talent, and I think the Pirates will be a better team than they were last year. They made some additions to their lineup. Andrew McCutchen, G-Man Choi. But overall, they're still not a good team. I'll pull up their depth chart here. You have Austin Hedges behind home plate. That's a nice pickup. G-Man Choi at first. They also have Carlos Santana. He's probably going to be DHing, I'm assuming. Second base, Rodolfo Castro, I think, maybe, right? Yeah, Rodolfo Castro. He's nothing special, to be honest with you. O'Neal Cruz, bro, he's the highlight of this lineup here. Key Brian Hayes, Brian Reynolds, then you got Sawinski, and then Andrew McCutchen. It's not a horrible lineup, but it's not good. Like, bro, this isn't a team that's going to win more than 70 games. It's not. Especially because you look at their rotation, it's not good either. Mitch Keller, Brubaker, Contreras, Rich Hill, Vince Velasquez. I didn't even know Vince Velasquez was still in the league, just to be real with you. And then their bullpen, David Bednar, he kind of just shines the most out of everybody. So I don't want to waste too much time talking about just the bad teams in the division that don't even seem like they're trying to win. So, yeah, bro, the Pirates, they're not a good team. But third place, bro, this is where it kind of starts to get interesting, and it kind of starts where it gets controversial. I have the Brewers in third place. I know, bro, it's kind of shocking considering the fact that, like, everyone's kind of thinking, like, the Cubs are a third-place team. I have the Brewers in third place. The Brewers kind of don't stick out to me. I know that their lineup is good, but it's not great, and I think it's worse than it was in years past. Also, I think that I don't see the Brewers have gotten better. Better. No pun intended. Better. The Brewers haven't gotten better. But I think they've gotten worse. Not substantially worse, but I think they have gotten worse. I'll pull up their depth chart here. You have, I think that's William Contreras, because Wilson's on the Cardinals. But Rowdy Tellez, Terang, not really too familiar with him. Willie Adames, Luis Urias. They also have Brian Anderson and Mike Broso. Kind of cool third base combo. Christian Yelich, Jesse Winker. That's kind of interesting. Jesse Winker's a sleeper pick for this season. But Garrett Mitchell, and then who's this? Tyrone Taylor. All right. And yeah, so I guess Jesse Winker's going to be their DH, and then obviously they also have Keston Hiura. That's cool, I guess. Then their rotation, bro, their rotation's good. It's good. Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer, Freddie Peralta, and Wade Miley. And then their bullpen's not really good, just to be real. I mean, Devin Williams is really all they got, especially after trading Josh Hader. I mean, nothing too special here. But, yeah, bro, that's why I'm kind of looking at them, and I see a third-place team. I think solely because the Cubs are going to be a really good team this year. I mean, maybe really good team is stretching it, but I think how can I word this without being too outlandish about them? I think the Chicago Cubs are going to be a second-place team this year. I don't think the Cubs are as bad as everyone thinks they are. I think that they have a lot of new pieces, and I think if they come together and live up to their potential, I think the Chicago Cubs could be a playoff team this year. And that's why I'm looking at their projected win total of 76, and I'm slamming the over on that. If you're not taking the over on wins for the Cubs this year, you're doing it wrong, because I think that this team is capable of winning 85-plus games. So if their line right now is at 76 wins, slamming it, bro. Slamming it. Look at their depth chart real quick. Catcher, Tucker Barnhart. First base, you have Eric Hosmer / Trey Mancini, Nico Horner, and Nick Madrigal. Then you got Dansby Swanson, Patrick Wisdom, Ian Happ, Cody Bellinger, Seiya Suzuki. And then I guess your DH is going to be Trey Mancini. Bro, if all of these guys played to their potential, this is a really good lineup. I know, I feel like the ceiling is really high, but the floor is really low, because obviously you have guys like Patrick Wisdom who might not live up to potential. Cody Bellinger, he might not bounce back like people are expecting him to. Seiya Suzuki might have a sophomore slump. Eric Hosmer might suck. Tucker Barnhart might suck. But if all these guys play up to their potential, I think that this could be a really good team, bro. And then you look at their rotation, where I think that these are also guys that, if they play to their potential, can be really good. Jameson Taillon, coming over from the Yankees, he had a pretty good year last year. Marcus Stroman, not really too sure who Steele is. And then Drew Smiley, and then Hayden Wesneski. Kyle Hendricks is still there, too. That's intriguing. But decent rotation, right? I mean, if they kind of play up to their potential, I think they could be good. As of right now, I'm not going to say they're great, but they're good. They're decent. And then the bullpen is kind of what throws me off a little bit. The bullpen isn't great. They have Michael Fulmer in there, Brad Boxberger. Nothing special. But I do think that the Cubs lineup, bro, this Cubs lineup could propel them to a playoff berth. And I think that that's why I'm looking at Fangraphs projections of them having a 9.8% chance of making the playoffs. I think that's outlandish. I can't get past that 76 win total. I think they're going to blow past that. And I could be wrong, bro. I wouldn't be shocked if... Actually, I would be shocked if the Cubs finish below that. Cubs are a good team. Don't sleep on the Cubs. But obviously in first place, I have the St. Louis Cardinals. I think by far they're kind of the team to beat in this division. Just offensively, pitching-wise, I think they kind of just have... They have an edge on everybody in the division in every aspect of the game. Lineup, pitching, and bullpen. I'll pull up their depth chart here. You have Wilson Contreras, new addition, bro. He's going to be a huge upgrade from Yadier Molina. First base, Paul Goldschmidt. Second base, Brendan Donovan. Shortstop, Tommy Edman, Nolan Arenado. Bro, I mean, that third base, first base combo is lethal. Not really too sure who Walker is. Jordan Walker. He must be a prospect, I guess. Tyler O'Neill in center. Lawrence Nootbaar. Just won the World Baseball Classic with Japan. He's in right. And then, obviously, they also have Dylan Carlson, who... He's not going to be their DH. That's interesting, but... and then their pitching rotation, Miles Michaelis, Jordan Montgomery, Adam Wainwright, Jack Flaherty, Steven Matz. That's a good rotation. Bro, I'd like to see Jack Flaherty bounce back. I know he obviously had that insane year. I think it was in 2019. Let's see. Yeah, 2019 he had that insane year. Kind of hasn't been the same since. I mean, he had a little bit of a bounce back in 2021. But I feel like health has kind of been the key for Flaherty. I mean, he hasn't pitched a full season since 2019. 2020, we obviously know short season, but he didn't pitch too well. But yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued by the St. Louis Cardinals. I think that if they get into the playoffs, which I think they will, they could maybe cause some damage. But I don't know. I think in any other division, they're probably a second place team. Like, put them in the NL East, they might even be third. Just saying. But in a division like the NL Central where no other team really sticks out, I think the Cardinals are a really good team, and I think that they will win this division with ease. So, yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's going to be a decent battle for the NL Central, but my sleeper team is the Cubs. There's no other way to put that. I think the Cubs are going to be a second-place team this year, and I think that they're the team to watch. I mean, because you kind of know what you're going to get out of everybody else, right? You know that that the Reds and Pirates are going to suck. You know that the Cardinals are going to be the first-place team, so don't sleep on the Cubs. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, overall, bro, we're 8 days away from opening day now. It's next Thursday, which is so cool, bro. I can't believe how close it is. The World Baseball Classic is over, so now we're just going to discuss more MLB topics moving forward, I guess. Stay tuned for those rule changes, because apparently those are going to be announced at some point today. That's intriguing. I guess when they announce them, we'll kind of break it down on Friday. But I will see you guys on Friday. We're going to have that noon stream, just like we always do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I feel like we might continue that through the regular season. It seems to be working out well, just so, we kind of always have topics to discuss. I like it. Hope you guys like it. Also, maybe we'll kind of discuss, maybe doing nighttime streams, too, later on. We'll see. I know a lot of you guys said, noon isn't really the best, just in terms of work and school and whatnot. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. You guys know the deal. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. We're going live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon for now. And be sure to follow Betr Baseball on just about everything. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We're posting so much content on there all season long, so stay tuned. Yeah, you guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you on Friday at noon. Peace.